Hi guys, I'm Latoya from Ep1 and welcome to the first in the series of my online cooking journal. Today we'll be making oat protein bars. If you're like me and you have a sweet tooth, these will be perfect for you. To make this recipe you'll need 50 grams of oats, 30 grams of protein powder, 20 grams of blueberries, 20 grams of sultanas, 2 spoons of peanut butter, Splenda and some water. For the toppings I'll be using strawberry jam, peanut butter and dark chocolate. Okay guys, so first thing we're going to do, we're going to add all of our dry ingredients. So we pour into a bowl oats and our protein powder. As before, I'm using cookies and cream protein powder, but you can use whatever one you have in your cupboard. We'll then add the blueberries and the sultanas. We'll also add 2 spoons of peanut butter. I'm using peanut butter purely because I love it. But if you want, you could also use strawberry or raspberry jam. You just need something basically to bind all the ingredients. Once you have all those in a bowl, you're going to gradually add some water. And you just want to make sure you're only adding small drops of water, small quantities of water, as you do not want to add too much, as if we don't get the right consistency, then you won't form into proper bars. So we mix this in, just to make sure we get the consistency right. We're making sure everything is binding together. As you can see, the peanut butter and the blueberries are working perfectly and just binding the oats and the protein powder. We're not quite there as yet with the consistency, so we're just going to add a bit more water, not too much because we don't want to go wrong and get it too runny. Just add a bit more, mix it in again. It's better to gradually add the water in, just to ensure you get the consistency right. We're not there as yet, so we're going to add a bit more water. And as you can see guys, this is quick and easy, and it only takes a couple of minutes to make. Alright guys, so we're just about there with the consistency. And what I'm going to do now, because I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, I'm going to add about a spoonful of sweetener. This again is optional, but as before I've got a sweet tooth, so this will help. So you sprinkle that in, mix it in again, and this is where we'll need to be with the consistency. So when you hold it up in a spoon, this is what you need it to look like. Right, so now we're going to form our protein bars, our oat protein bars to be more precise. With this mixture we should be able to get about three bars. So we're going to use about 2 spoonfuls for each bar. So I'm adding this to baking paper. And then what I'll do is, because I need them to form into proper bars, and I like it looking nice and neat, I'm using a spatula just to square off the edges. Again, this is just a preference. If you haven't got the time to do this, then you can just add them to the the baking paper, and just pop it in the oven. I've got the oven preheated at 250 degrees, and then we'll just need to bake these for about 5 minutes. Again, another 2 spoonfuls. I like to make sure they're nice and spacious, so that way it's easy to lift them off the baking paper. And again, I'm just going to square them out. Again, just as a personal preference. And we've just got enough just to make 3 oat bars. Square them off, they form into bars, so the edge is nice and tight. Right guys, now we have these all nice and squared and ready to be baked. I'm just going to pop them in the oven for 5 minutes. And you just want to be really careful, obviously because it's nice and hot, and we leave them in for 5 minutes. Right guys, so now we've finished baking our oat bars. What we'll do is, whilst they're cooling down, we'll melt the dark chocolate, as we're going to be using this as one of our topping. To melt the dark chocolate, you just basically need the chocolate in a bowl over some hot water and just gradually melt whilst it steams. You're going to have to wait a couple of seconds whilst it gets hot, and then it will just start to melt. This will probably take about a minute or so. And here we have it guys, melted dark chocolate all ready to coat your oat bars. Right guys, so now our protein oat bars have baked and have cooled down. We're going to add our toppings. I'm going to do 3 toppings: dark chocolate, strawberry jam, and peanut butter. So we've got melted dark chocolate, so we're just going to pour it on, spread it all over. This is a fun bit for me because I love dark chocolate. I'm just going to make sure we get it everywhere. And then what I normally do is, I always see if I've got a bit left over. And then that's when the little kid inside of me comes out. Right, so the next one I'm going to do is peanut butter. I'm using crunchy peanut butter, again, because that's a preference. But if you prefer smooth, you can use smooth. And as before, we're just going to get it all over, covering all sides of the oat bar. And what I normally do when I'm finished with these, I normally put them in the fridge so they can chill for about 10 minutes or so. But again, that's a preference. If you're on the go and you want to have these straight away, then of course you can. So that one's all covered with peanut butter. And for the last one, we're going to be using strawberry jam. I'm using strawberry purely because that's one of my preference again. But you can use raspberry, whatever jam you prefer, really. It doesn't matter. Because again, this is just for you and what satisfies your sweet tooth, so I'm just using these as a preference. So now I'm just adding on some chopped hazelnuts, just for some added bit of crunchiness. If you're not a nut fan, you don't have to add this. You can, again, it's just a preference. And we're going to add some hazelnuts, the last one, which is strawberry jam. We're almost there. Right guys, so here we have the finished product. We've got dark chocolate, peanut butter and strawberry jam. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, please post them in the comment box and stay tuned. Thanks, bye!